Pam,
Here we are again.
right.
I'm
You keep doing this.
excited.
It's going to
I
become a
know
habit.
it's become a habit.
What do they say? You have to do something 30 times or is it 90 times
21,
or
21,
31?
21.
21. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what episode we're on, but we're
But
probably about a third of the way there. So
okay, we might even be almost halfway.
nice.
Yeah. So
Well,
good.
well, today I want to teach you how to code and create a video game.
Oh my goodness, the gamification of learning AI.
Yes. And the good news is it's extremely simple.
Good.
Um, and
Because the
even
kind
I
of
can do it.
concept, I say the concept kind of freaks me out. I'm like, I don't know
Well,
how to
that's why I want
code.
to show people, right? Because
Yeah.
it's crazy how simple this is to write code.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a very simple example, but I think everybody well, everybody our age or thereabouts will relate to the game that I'm going to create.
Okay.
Um, but the fact that it's a video game, hopefully everybody can relate to it. So the whole idea is, hey, this is not hard. You just talk to it, have a conversation once again, and you'll see what happens. So without any further ado, I'm going to share my screen here and we will get going. All right.
All right.
So
Can you make it any bigger?
I can try. We are in Claude. That any better?
A little bit. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And all I'm going to do is type in create a Space Invaders game that I can play here.
Space Invaders, classic.
Right? Right? And I have also done Asteroids. I
Uh-huh.
remember Asteroids was the first video game I probably played at home anyways.
Yeah.
Dad came home with an Atari that he won at work, which was
Yeah.
pretty amazing in the day. Now you'll see what's happening here.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is literally writing the code. You don't have to know what
And
language
so,
this
and so what
is.
did you say again? You said create the game.
I said create a Space Invaders game that I can play here.
Wow.
That's it, right? And it is writing the code for this game
And
right here.
and you're in Claude, which is like if for people who don't know, there's ChatGPT, and which is from OpenAI.
And
Anthropic has
Claude,
one called
Claude, if you
Claude.
speak English.
Oh yes, Claude if you're American, Claude if you're Canadian.
And now you can see, I'm gonna have to make this a little smaller again so I can see it. And we'll go here. Actually, I think I have to make it smaller still. All right, so I press R and I can move around and I can hit my space bar to shoot the bullets.
So you're hitting the space bar to shoot, and
Yeah,
what are you
and
hitting to move it?
the arrow keys. You can see
Okay.
the instructions at the bottom there. There you go.
It's kind of small for me, so
I won. See?
wow.
So it's that easy. And you'll notice here you can play it right in
Yeah,
Claude.
yeah,
Right? You don't have to load anything, download anything, go to GitHub and create a repository, any of that stuff. It'll do it
right.
right here. Now, you can do all that stuff if you
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Um, but another thing that I want you to see is it creates these things called artifacts
Okay.
in Claude, right? This
Yeah.
is what this is. If I close this, you can see here, if I click on that, it opens the sidebar. This is the artifact. I open it up and there it is. There's the game, right? Now, you can do a couple other things. You can share this as well, right? So
I
I
was
could
gonna ask.
send you the
Yeah,
link
yeah.
and you could click on the link and come here and play my game. It's that
Interesting.
simple. Now, if you want to we go back to that conversation, right? I don't want to just have say one thing, but let's
Yeah.
say make the aliens look like aliens and the tank look like a tank.
Okay.
And
So it's gonna do that.
it's now going to take a look, figure that out. Like I don't have to tell it exactly what an alien
Yeah,
looks like or anything
yeah.
like that. It's going to figure that
It's
stuff out.
got the reference.
And now it's making some changes. We'll give it a minute or two to do
Yeah,
that.
to do all that.
Um, and you can see the tank there has
Yeah,
changed. Still working on
on
it.
the aliens. So interesting.
And
Oh,
now we
there
got
we go. We've
aliens.
got aliens.
And so I can
Now,
go.
Now, having designed many, many book covers in my day, having purple on black is never a good idea. You can't see it. Um, and so, like, can you change the colors?
Sure, let's do this. Change the aliens to blue. Just close this for a second. We'll
Okay.
expand this a
Let it
bit, and it
go.
just, you can see here, it's current. It's telling you what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
It's currently this color. I'm changing the color now. Thinking about it. Okay. Now we go over here,
There they
and
are.
there they are. They're blue.
Amazing.
Now it doesn't. It's not perfect, but you can have the conversation and keep going
You,
with it.
yeah,
And if
it's
you get really
iterative.
so this game kind of exists here in the code, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't really persist. If I go away and stuff, if I can come back to this artifact, open it up again and play it.
Yeah.
But if you want it to be an actual program, there are
Yeah.
other applications out there. One of them that I really like is called Replit,
Okay.
replit.com. And we have these things where this is really small. So let me just make
Tiny.
this a bit bigger. So here, just like that, you tell it what you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it could be a 3D game, and then you give it here the description of what you want. And this is actually going to generate code. It's going to spin up a server for you. It's going to create a database for you. It's going to allow you to create like a sign-in feature and all that kind of
Oh my
stuff,
goodness.
uh, all just by telling it what to do.
And this
Um,
is this free tool or do
well,
you subscribe?
they have a free trial.
Yeah.
I think I pay $30 a month or something for it.
Okay.
But I mean, once you get into it, like
Yeah.
you do pay for usage, right?
Yeah.
So it can get more expensive for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but it's much cheaper than trying to hire somebody
Yeah.
to do
To
that,
do
right?
it.
At least to get going. Now,
Yeah.
I use this for really more for prototyping
Yeah.
because it kind of works, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite perfect yet. So,
Yeah. And so you might prototype something and then show it to your engineers to say, this is kind of what I'm trying to make happen.
right.
Go
I
make
mean,
it really happen.
yeah, like so for me, who has a team of developers, right?
Yeah.
Um, they're busy writing code about features we're trying to build or
Right.
make things more performant and things like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to waste their time because
Yeah.
often I have ideas, but I don't know how they're actually going to shake out
Yeah.
until um, until they're I see them and I can
Mm-hmm.
play with them and stuff like that. Which we create mock-ups and things like that, but mock-ups aren't the same as actually playing with it.
Yeah.
So if you use Replit and ask it to create this application and tell it, look, load it up with sample data, and
Yeah.
it'll just figure out the sample data, and you can play with it and actually see what's working and what's not, and you can make changes. So then when I go to my developers, I'm like, okay, I really figured out what I'm talking about. I can write a much better
Yeah.
spec saying this is what we want to build, and I can show them the example and they can use it. So.
Yeah. So
But that's
interesting.
but that's definitely much more
Yeah.
in depth
Right.
than what
Yeah.
we're trying to portray here.
And
I go ahead.
sorry, I was just going to say, and if you think about like what you're trying to demonstrate here is how anybody with any level of skill can get in here, use this, and create things on the fly. And so you could say, yes, that's for work purposes, but also you think about like what you could do with your kids to help them learn things
100%.
and use like help them create games to learn things or even create games yourself for them to learn things. And so that's a
Absolutely.
very like average user accessible way to think about some of these things.
Yeah, like my kids have all graduated college now, so I don't have to go do the homework thing again anymore, thankfully.
Yeah.
Um, but if I was, if there's concepts that we're having trouble getting across, I think this would be a great way to kind of teach the parent, okay,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
what you're trying to teach, but also provide, like you say, examples,
Yeah.
games, test questions,
Yeah.
example questions. We do need to do some research, you and I, on the study mode
Study
in
mode. Yes.
ChatGPT
In ChatGPT.
and see what we can learn from that. And maybe we'll do an episode where we kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
show that off because I
Yeah.
think there's a lot to be gained from taking a
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah, yeah. I was listening to a couple of different podcasts where people were using the study mode to help their kids learn, interesting concepts, useful concepts. One guy was working on like learning some math concepts with his kid, and they were creating these games
Yeah.
that kept learning. And as the kid kept, he loved soccer. He called it football because it was a European who did the podcast, right? And
Right.
so it was all about being able to progress in the game, in a soccer game, but with math, right? So
Mhm.
it's very interesting. And then another woman talked about she's created, actually, her kids are doing it for themselves. Her 8-year-old daughter is speaking into ChatGPT and creating her own little quiz show for herself on like learning geography, right? So it's
Awesome.
amazing how we can use gamification within AI to advance our learning.
Yeah, the other thing, I mean, that's kind of the math science kind of side of things. I also think from a creative outlet
Mm.
too, like creating a storybook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you could definitely have it help you write the story, which I think, you could be 5 years old and you could
Mm-hmm.
talk to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I want to create a storybook." Which actually, that's another episode we should do. Is Google's got a storybook,
Oh,
Gemini's got a storybook application, which is
okay.
really pretty cool, right? So
Yeah.
it helps you write a story, and then it'll
Yeah.
actually illustrate it, and it looks like a book. It's
Oh
pretty
my goodness.
amazing.
Okay, so we need an episode where we're going to make a storybook.
I love it. Good idea. All right. Well, hopefully somebody got something from that. The
Yes.
the main message is go give it a try, and
Experiment. Yeah.
it's amazing what you'll find out you can do, but
Yeah.
you don't have to know how to code anymore. So
No. Yeah.
it,
It's so accessible, right?
the most recent coding language is English,
Right? Which
or any language for
any
that matter.
language. The
Yeah,
language, the language of your mother tongue is your coding language now,
that's right.
right?
That's right.
So accessible. All right, action. We need more AI in action.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.